supply and demand, they act together where suppliers want to charge the highest price possible while buyers want to pay the lowest price possible, and then they negotiate until it hits the equilibrium price in the middle. So this lesson, we're going to learn about market equilibrium price, what it is, market equilibrium quantity, what happens to equilibrium when there are shifts in demand and supply. We'll describe what price controls are and summarize what price ceilings are and floors are and how they affect equilibrium. So I recommend track the course calendar, watch these videos on market equilibrium, changes in market equilibrium, reflect on the material learned, and complete the exercises at the end of the chapter. So market equilibrium, price and quantity. So in the middle here, this is equilibrium. That's where quantity demanded equals quantity supplied, and that's when people start to buy, because that's the price that they'll accept. That's when they meet in the middle. So buyers want to pay the lowest price possible, so they would be comfortable paying $1 at the here. That'd be the lowest price. That'd be the best price for them, the dollar per unit per kilogram. But for sellers, $7 is the best price to sell at because they'll make the most profit. But they have to negotiate to be in the middle at $4, and then that's when quantity demanded equals quantity supplied. So when quantity demanded equals quantity supplied, then they haven't negotiated enough, so they reach a solution. So here it would be right in the middle here, and you can graph it. The area where the two graphs intersect is the equilibrium price. So, but if you're above equilibrium, it's called surplus. That means that supply is greater than demand, so there is too much product, and a lot of the time that stuff doesn't get sold. So that's a big issue. That becomes a risk. If you have surplus inventory, it may never get sold, and inventory that can't be sold is worthless. So the company can have real financial trouble. Shortage is when there's too much demand, so demand is greater than supply, and there's just not enough supply. So that eventually drives prices up in the long run. So prices will eventually go up. So demand is greater than supply. They need more supply. So if supply decreases, the supply curve will shift left here. And then the new equilibrium will have a higher price and a lower quantity in equilibrium. So I recommend do the textbook activities. That's highly recommended to be successful. Work through the mind tab activities. That's key because there's a lot of practice in the textbook and mind tab activities that you can do to be successful in the course. So I recommend do as much practice as possible in the textbook and mind tab. So yeah, equilibrium is very important. You'll learn a lot about negotiation. This is how negotiations work. For example, if you're a worker, you have to negotiate with your employer for salary. So the employer wants to pay as little as possible while you want to earn as much as possible. So you have to meet in the middle. So you have to negotiate. So you meet in the middle where both of you are still a bit happy, but have lost a bit. So you don't, in a negotiation, you don't win 100%. You have to lose a little.